Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you can probably see in the background, a certain person who I wish I could murder using this gun right in my hands. It'd be so easy. Anyway, as you can see, we are at the Purveyor once again, and we will be spending another 3,000 script today. But before we get into that, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and I cannot thank everybody enough for the support recently. By the time this video is uploaded, I am fairly certain we'll be past the 700 subscriber mark. So that's all down to you guys, and thank you very much for watching. Nothing like taking frustration out on Murga's family. Maybe this time she'll remember to give me something good. So as usual, we are going to start off. I still haven't got the melee weapons that I need on the other, melee weapon plans I need on the other character. So today is going to be another range one. Hopefully next week we'll be able to get some melee weapons out of this. But yeah, let's get on with it. Not a good start. Nocturnal isn't a particularly great effect. Plus limb damage and damage resistance while loading. I always like the damage resistance while loading one, but on a nocturnal weapon it may as well be nothing. Next, Stalkers. Same problem with the last weapon. Bad main effect. And then the other two effects, while they're okay, yeah, it's just terrible. Absolutely awful. Come on, give us something good. Assassin's Pipe Action Bolt Pistol. Yeah, Pipe Action Bolt Pistol. Pipe Bolt Action Pistol. This one, we're getting a lot of those limb damage resistance effects today. Assassin's effect is really bad. I can't think of a reason why I'd want to use this gun in PvP. There's likely a million better options. So yeah, Scrip. Come on. This one's not too bad. Junkie's short plasma pistol. You have the damage increase with addictions, limb damage, and then the critical meter fills 15% faster. Not exactly the most amazing weapon, but it's certainly not something I'm going to scrip. I'd likely sell this rather than scrip it because somebody will want it and somebody will want to use it. Next up, we're halfway through this character. So it's short ultrasight laser pistol, damage to scorched, VATS hit chance, and VATS critical meter. Now this one technically isn't awful. If you're going to be killing a lot of scorched, it's definitely a weapon that would work. On top of that, you do have the VATS kind of thing. So if you're a VATS build with, you know, a laser rifle or pistol, yeah, it could work. But obviously, because it's zealots, it takes away from what the gun could be. Next up, if this was any other gun, I would say this was really good. Obviously, you've got Junkies, which is going to boost damage from addictions. The faster fire rate is very good, and then you've got the damage resistance while aiming. It is not a bad set of effects, just not exactly the best type of gun. I feel like I should honestly try out one of these guns on end kind of game level just to show how meh they are in comparison to some of the others. But yeah, this is probably one that I would use to do that because I have quite a few other junky weapons that are comparable. Next up, I mean, instigating harpoo gun sounds like it's probably the best this weapon could get the effect out of, unless it was a legacy with explosive. Bashing damage, I can't think of a reason why you'd want it on this, but the VATS action cost reduction is okay. Again, I'm not very clued up on whether harpoon guns have any utility. If they do, please leave that in the comments. I would definitely like to hear from you guys in regards to that, especially if I get a decent one. But yeah, not something I'd immediately script, something I'd probably want to play around with just to see. I've never actually used a harpoon gun now that I think about it. Next weapon. Now this one's good in the sense that the other pipe action pistol that we had was vampires, very good effect. The VATS critical shots, not so much, but the faster reload speed is definitely a good role for any type of weapon. But yeah, it is the same problem as the Junkies one, where it's a pipe weapon. They're not particularly great. There are better alternatives. Next up, I mean, yeah, not bad. I do kill ghouls quite a lot, so I actually will probably keep this weapon and use it. Explosive damage is always good. The 25% less VATS action point cost is actually, yeah, I actually quite like this weapon. As I said, I spend a lot of time in White Springs, as you probably all know from watching my videos, so I will probably use this for grinding XP on one of my characters, or several of them. But anyway, not the best weapon for average kind of play, but definitely for killing ghouls and killing large amounts of them in a small space. Yeah, definitely works. Last one on this character, then we'll move on to the next. Come on. Wow, that's basically the same thing, except a pump action shotgun. I'll keep this for the exact same reasons. Yeah, I'm having a weird day, aren't I? Anywho, let's move on. So far, I wouldn't say we've got anything particularly amazing, but yeah, some days you do not get anything good. But this character does have the most unlocks, which is also a bad thing because it means there's less weapons that I can get on it in regards to specifics. But yeah, let's see what we get. Medic's Tesla rifle. I love Tesla rifles. Medic is not an effect I think is very good on it, unfortunately. So that is unfortunate. Next up, anti-armor railway rifle. This one's not bad. VATS hits chance and the faster reload definitely make it good. I usually use this in VATS whenever I'm using it, so this is actually quite a good weapon. I'm quite happy with that. I can't actually think of a downside on any of the effects. This is, yeah, good pull. Thank God for that. Next up, this one is technically also a good pull, but as I went over, it's a pipe pistol, so it means it's not particularly great. However, if I keep getting the 2 secondary effects like that, I might get something else nice. But yeah, I feel like I should just use pipe weapons in the video just to see how well they do. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Next up, yeah, this one's more script bait than anything. I don't really have much use for it. I have much better versions of this weapon, and the bottom 2 effects aren't the worst. The top one isn't also the worst either, but yeah, for the weapon it's on, it's not particularly usable. Next, let's see what we're gonna have. Yeah, this one's definitely gonna get script. I have no interest in this weapon whatsoever. The damage to humans is particularly pointless. The VATS critical shots doing extra damage is good, but it works with a very bottom effect. But yeah, it's an assassin's weapon. I'm never going to use it. I don't particularly PvP, and the PvP in this game isn't particularly great in the main overworld anyway. Unfortunately, there's way too many people using hacked crap and weird legacy stuff. So yeah, halfway through this character, yeah, script bait. Damage to mirelurks and bugs isn't particularly great. The VATS critical shot, for the same reason the other one, it's very meh. 4 more to go. Ghoulslayer's bow. I mean, it's probably gonna one-shot ghouls, but I don't really use bows, so yeah. My shotguns that I got earlier are much better. Let's see. Suppressors. God. After the first thing on here, well, not first, second. After that railway rifle, I'm just getting steaming piles of Duke. Yeah, not good. There's no point even talking about it. It's bad. This one's okay. Vampire shotgun, 10% damage while aiming, and 50 damage resistance while aiming. It's not the best variation of the weapon, but definitely something that someone would use. Not bad at all. Just not top level of what it could be, unfortunately. And last but not least, absolute balls. Yeah, this thing's getting Script. Let's quickly move on. That was a loud noise. So, last but not least, now hopefully we can get something cool. What is with pipe stuff with the 25% fire rate and the 15 faster reload tonight? This one's, the first effect makes it just bad. Don't get me wrong, if they change medics in the future, maybe it could be decent, but yeah, medics is not great at the moment, unfortunately. Next we have, I like this very much. It's mutants, so you've got that standard 10% damage boost, 25% faster fire rate, 15% faster reload speed. There could be better options. If it was quad, it'd be amazing. But yeah, this is definitely going to be used by me on multiple characters. This is very usable by anything I've got, and I love Tesla rifles. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. This is good. This is very good. Next up, Blood Cryolator. I don't know. I'll be honest. The faster reload, definitely, yeah, good. VATS critical shots doing extra damage. I don't think I'd be using this thing with VATS. I don't know if this is good or not, but two of the effects are good, but I don't know if Bloodied is good on a Cryolator. Leave a comment down below. I honestly have no idea. I never ever used a Cryolator, and I can't think of any reason why I would. So yeah, leave a comment. Next we have, this one's good. Vampires, explosions. Again, hunting rifles aren't particularly great in this game, but at the same time, you know, it's definitely gonna be having some utility. Somebody would want it if I was to sell it, and I'd definitely keep it in my storage in case I want to fart around with it on my commando build, just to play around with it. There are better guns, as I've said, but I like it. Next we have, this one's kind of crap. I mean, Berserkers I would typically use on a stealth build. You're not going around stealthing with shotguns. Then again, you can use silencers on a few of them. I'm not sure if you can get a silencer on this one. I don't think you can. I think it's the combat one that gets a silencer. I don't think any of the others do. I could be wrong with that, but yeah, not overly impressed with it. The fire rate is obviously good, and the faster moving speed while aiming, if you're going around silenced, I suppose it's technically good, but yeah, I wouldn't be using it personally either way. So we're halfway through with this character. Black powder rifle, they're not good. And I've said this in the past couple of videos, if you're glitching and using them, they're still not good. You're just using a glitch that could potentially get you banned if you're like exploiting and killing Scorch Beast Queens in milliseconds. So yeah, I don't regard this as good, and when they fix that ammo bug, it will go back to never being used by anyone. So yeah, hopefully they do that sooner rather than later. This one's decent. Obviously it's a bloodied Gatling plasma, you've got the extra limb damage, faster movement speed while aiming. On a heavy weapon, that has a bit more utility than it does with the other weapons, because you're a lot slower with a heavy weapon for obvious reasons. Limb damage is okay, good for crippling big enemies, so if you're using it to stagger things, that could work out. And then obviously with the bloodied, so it would, on my heavy build, it would definitely, be used. Not the best combination of effects, but at the same time it's not by far the worst. So we've got 3 to go. Exterminator's Fat Man, it's, Mirelurk's damage is not great. I mean, I know it's bugs as well, but still not great. My son is crying in the background, so I'm going to have to try and finish this up quick. Bashing damage on a Fat Man isn't great, and the damage while reloading is decent, I suppose, but yeah, it's not a good weapon overall. Now we have this one. Because it's Stalkers, I want to say it is garbage. The two bottom effects are good, very good, especially in combination, but the top effect just reduces it to garbage, and the weapon itself isn't particularly great either, so not happy that that effect's on there in the slightest, and it just makes me want to script this damn thing. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. But yeah, ugh. And the last weapon for tonight. Technically okay. I mean, same reason I say with anything Zealots is any specific damage is very niche. Bullets explode for area damage, so I mean, I suppose it's good for if you're killing a horde of Scorched in certain places. I don't know about the VATS cost thing, but even then, if you're using VATS with a heavy weapon, you at least get a couple of shots into the faces of the enemies, I suppose. But yeah, it's not the worst combination of effects, it's just not the best either. Either way, it is what it is. So yeah, let's move on to today's picks. So first off, we'll start with the Mutant's Tesla Rifle. Now, I love them. I love them for many specific reasons. They are a very decent weapon, good damage, good fire rate, quick reload speed. They have a built-in AoE effect. And when you combine that with the effects that are on here, the Mutants is not the best effect to have. However, it is an effect that you can utilise on every single build, no matter what character you're using. So, if I'm using a character that is not suited for using rifles, like this gun is, it doesn't matter. It's going to get the most out of its damage. I don't need to have addictions, I don't need to do a bunch of different things. Then when you combine the other two effects, it's going to boost just the base damage of the weapon in general by 25% because it's firing so quickly, and then I'm reloading so quickly. So definitely a weapon I could use to level up some lower level characters. Obviously they need to be level 50 to use it, but still, I'm able to level up characters that normally wouldn't be able to do the DPS quicker, especially if I go to events like Radiation Rumble. So this is definitely a weapon that I will be using in the future. 100% will be using it on the commando character that I've got that typically uses Tesla rifles, just to see how the damage compares to some of my other ones. So yeah, I'm more than happy. This actually made the video more than worth it, and there are other guns on here that I also like as well. So today's top pick, I definitely think it's going to have to be the anti-armor railway rifle for multiple reasons. First off, its effects are pretty good. Anti-armor always good. The VATS hit chance is very good because this weapon does some serious damage in headshots, and then when you combine that with the faster reload speed, it adds a lot to it. Definitely would be pretty damn good on a commando build. On top of that, it's a railway rifle. It's just very powerful weapon. Good fire rate when you're using the automatic system on it. The damage on it is very, very, very good. And overall, they're just a pretty solid gun. Would definitely recommend using them to anybody. It's been a long time since I actually used one consistently, and I've got a couple of variants that I should probably get back into using, but you can't find the time to use all the types of weapons sometimes. So yeah, top pick of today. So that was today's video. Now, if you think I didn't give a weapon the attention it deserved and the credit it deserved, don't forget to leave a comment down below, a like if you've enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. It really helps out the channel, and we have managed to get past the 700 mark. I know I said that last video as well, but yeah, I'm so happy we're getting closer and closer to my goal. So Yeah, it's been great. But with that, we'll catch you all next time in the Wasteland.